It's your girl, Tatiana Alexis, and I'm so happy to be making content in my new home, y'all. Like, oh my god. And not to mention, are we loving the jet black? Are we loving the jet black? Because I'm not gonna lie, I'm very, 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 very overly satisfied about this decision that I made, period. I'm so happy. I'm just very happy about a lot of the changes in my life. And if honestly, if you would have told me that these changes was happening, I would have been like, absolutely yes. But would I have went through everything that I needed to go through to get here though? Hell no. Hell no. Okay? Because I'm not gonna lie, y'all. This journey was absolutely crazy. And I think that's just what I want to talk about right now. It's just these last these last four. Bitch, what earth you on? let me try that again, child. But we got we're going into 2 months left of 2025. And then I feel like it is just so much important things that I want to say, because now that we're entering into the winter time, I feel like this is the time right now where a lot of people are getting prepared to start crunching down on their goals, when this is actually the time right now that you need to be resting, you need to be relaxing, you actually need to be reviewing and looking over your plans and kind of like taking some necessary time to rest and reflect on your next move instead of moving impulsively. And I feel like for me, especially right now, that is kind of where I'm at, is just learning how to slow down, take my time, move on my own pace. I think a lot of the times when you rush something, like when you rush the process and when you rush a product or a creative project or anything that you're working on or you're doing, when you rush that process, it does not, one, you don't get the desired outcome that you want because simply off the fact that you decided to rush. Two, it's just not a satisfaction that you get towards the end because you realize that this product or this creative project or this idea or anything that I have is feeling rushed, and I did not allow myself to slow down and take the necessary time that I needed in order to be successful. And lately for me, what my main focus has been is creative entrepreneurship, spiritual entrepreneurship, and truly allowing God to guide my business and to also guide my steps when it pertains to my daily life, my work routine, my career, even the way that I move within my career and the way that I, make business decisions. I am getting back into a space where I am becoming more intuition based. Now, when I say intuition based, I mean that I solely trust my intuition to guide me through a lot of the decisions that I make. I've been like this my whole life. I've never not sat and trusted my intuition. I've never not sat and listened to what my intuition told me. It's probably been when I was in the darkest phase of my life is when I started to rely on external opinions. But now that I am back, now that I remember who I am, now that I am recentered, I am getting back into the space of just truly leaning on God, leaning on Him, trusting Him to come through and let me know what it is that I truly need to be putting my focus on and what I don't. I realize having faith, having trust, having obedience is really, and having rest especially, are the four key factors that are absolutely going to lead you to being successful in your business or in anything that you're trying to do, rather if it's you just trying to simply get to your weight goals, or if you're trying to just stop people pleasing, or anything that it is that you're necessarily going after, it all requires to have faith, to have trust, to have obedience, and to rest. And I really want to get more into the topic of rest, mainly just because, like, I am somebody, I'm not gonna lie, y'all. I am somebody where it's like I have overworked the fuck out of myself several times. Like, I'm a very hard worker. I can't lie, I am a workaholic, and I do get a rush from working, especially because I genuinely do love what I do, and I do not prefer to do really anything much else besides the things that I do. So, but also because of that, just because I do what I love, it does not mean that I shouldn't, not be taking care of myself. I should absolutely be taking care of myself in between, allowing myself to rest in between. But sometimes I get so caught up to the point where I will not, like, I will fuck around and forget to eat, y'all. Like, it will be that bad to the point where, like, I will really mess around and forget to like, just take care of myself. But in this season, I'm learning how to slow down. I'm learning how to move at my own pace and not rush myself, because I realized that when I used to rush myself, when I used to push myself to the point of burnout and feeling as if I have to show up 100% of the day, it not only drained me, but it put unnecessary pressure on me that I did not have to feel. I could have just easily allowed myself to take a nap when I needed to. If I just needed a full day or even a full week, even to just recuperate and get my mind back together, I should have allowed myself to take those days. But I didn't. And now I'm here, and now I learned, and now I understand the importance of rest. I understand the importance of a Sabbath day. I mean, even God rested on the seventh day. So, I mean, that's enough that needs to be said. In order to be successful, you have to allow yourself to rest. You have to allow yourself to rest. There is no point that you should be pushing yourself to the point of burnt out, especially for my women, especially for my women that are hard workers, that are very independent, very strong minded, very strong willed. I am one of those women, and I can honestly tell you, like, I am the most stubborn woman to ever exist. I am a Scorpio. Do not do too much on me. But again, I get it. I get it. I get the, not wanting to be soft, not wanting to allow yourself to be taken care of or to receive that type of energy. But you have to. You have to allow yourself to receive that type of energy. Because if you don't take care of yourself, if you don't make yourself a priority, then how will you be able to show up when it's time for you to actually get into these spaces that you are actually desiring to see yourself in? How will you get into these spaces if you're not fully prepared, if you're not fully rested? And that's why I'm making quarter 4 rest and reflection a priority. I am still handling my business. I'm not gonna do what I normally do, and most of the time around the wintertime, I usually like to disappear and, like, just be with myself. I am just somebody in general that just requires a lot of solitude, honestly. But at this time around in quarter 4, I'm going to really allow myself to take my time, slow down, and really do what it is that I want to do, because there is no point of rushing anything. At this point, I understand that God has a set date and a set time for everything, and I understand that God is going to bless me with the things that I need and the things that I want when He feels as if it is the right time. And God always says that when it's slow, you wait, and that's what I'm choosing to do at this time. Right now, how I'm feeling, it's like I feel good with everything in my life, but I still feel as if the only thing that I am missing out at this point is just getting my career and my finances and life on track. And it's been a weird but a very interesting time all at the same time. Mainly just because I feel like God is requiring for me right now to start showing up in these spaces authentically and very confident and very bold and very assertive, standing on business and not caring about what other people are going to feel like and how they're going to respond and what they're going to do, and just not caring about all that, because you know what I'm saying, like, realistically, I'm going to speak my truth. And when I speak my truth, it's going to rattle people. When y'all speak y'all truth, it's going to rattle people. And you just have to understand that, like, at the end of the day, it's not about them. It's about you. It's about God's purpose. And it's about protecting your peace at the end of the day. And sometimes people don't. Look, people gonna be inspired by you, but people also are going to be motivated by you. But it's up to you on which side that you want to sit and indulge in more. Do you want to indulge on the side of people being more motivated by you? Or do you want to be more indulged with the side that's constantly speaking negativity over you? And that's another thing that I'm really being firm of with myself during this time, is just speaking life into myself, speaking life into my situation, and not allowing for fear to stop me. Fear has been kind of a big topic for me since we've made it to quarter 4, mainly just because now that I'm not exactly where I want to be at, but I am right where I need to be. And since I'm right where I need to be, since I prayed for moments like these, like, y'all, I'm literally living in an answered prayer. So now that I'm in this position, I feel like God is just really, really pushing me to just have the confidence to just fully trust Him and to just go after everything without having all the full details, without just knowing that I'm gonna make it. He gonna provide me with the directions, but I'm not gonna know the details. I'm not gonna know nothing. And you know what? I'm starting to be okay with that. And it's crazy. Baby, that is growth. Okay, baby, that is growth. Okay, because when I say I used to be so afraid of change, I used to be so afraid of just like things changing. Like, I don't know why, like, the thought of changing, the thought of just uncertainty, unknown, anything is really like, it's triggering for me. Just mainly because of like, I don't know, like, it's just something about change. You know, change is uncomfortable. Change is so uncomfortable at the end of the day. But in these last few years, since I've changed so much and so drastically, I understand the importance of change, and I understand that change is absolutely necessary, no matter how uncomfortable it is. And sometimes you do just have to find a way to get comfortable with being uncomfortable. Sometimes you have to allow yourself to sit in that uncomfortability and really feel it. And I've definitely have came to the realization that when you are uncomfortable, you are on the right page. Because if you were comfortable, you would be doing the things that you know that you shouldn't be doing. If you were uncomfortable, however, you would be pushing yourself to do all of the things that you are afraid to do, which is why you need to be uncomfortable, which is why you need to be in a position where you don't know all the details, because you just need to have the faith and you just need to have the trust that things are going to work out for you. God is not asking you to have like this big, strong strength and resilience and motivation. I mean, sometimes in certain seasons, that type of strength, that type of resilience is necessary. But at the same time, like, no, everything is working out for you. Everything is working out for you. And you just have to believe it, even when you can't see it, even when your situation does not look like it. And that's what I'm planning to do. I'm going to take all of the lessons that I've learned from these last few years and even this year. I'm going to take them, I'm going to apply it, and I'm just going to be wildly optimistic about my life. And that's just kind of what I've concluded myself to do at this point, because I just feel like, yes, it is so necessary. It is so necessary for me to just say fuck it and do my thing, because I know at this point that God got me. When I say I know for a fact that God got me, like y'all, like I have been in the lowest positions of my life. It has been moments where I have wondered how things were gonna get paid for, things were gonna get handled. And when I say I was provided for every single time, and it is by the grace of God that I was never out here homeless, or I didn't have food in my mouth, or I didn't have clothes on my back. I have been provided for every step of the way. I have not had a job in literally like a full year. I have been making money solely off of my photography, content creation, and everything else. But this shit not popping, and it's popping, but it ain't popping yet. You know what I'm saying? And that's kind of what I've been working on right now, is just gaining that clarity of what is it that I need to do, because God knows how bad I want this. God knows how bad I want to be successful and be in a leadership position. So, like I just really want this. I really, really want this. And God knows I want this. But this time around, I think, and I was just telling my friend this earlier when we went on our nature walk, that I really think God is like requiring me to learn how to trust myself again. And I'm not learning how to internally trust myself, learning how to trust my intuition, and not doubt it. Because, when you've been around people that don't have your best interests, when you've been around people that damn near be trying to like destiny swap with you, when you be around those type of people for as long as you have, your whole vision be distorted. Like my whole vision was being distorted. And because those things got exposed, I was kind of in a point in time where I was having a hard time of really trusting myself and really trusting my intuition. But now it's like I feel like my intuition has never been this sharp. It has never been this strong. It's never been this like, I don't know. Like I feel like my shit fuck 2020 like 50-50 damn near, like, and I'm blind as fuck. So that's that, baby. That's beautiful for me.